Hey, it's another lesson of Andy's free guitar chart videos today, and we will be looking again at chart 233 that's being revamped. And one thing I just want to mention, where you see the white area here, the light, it's not complete, it's incomplete, but I'm working on it. It took me, takes me like an hour to get through one column this way and over this way. Not a whole hour, but a lot of concentration in filling in these details. And so I did this one this morning. So we're not going to, don't take this part verbatim, the part with a lot of white notes here. Okay, and this is chart 233, which is caged chords modal shapes. And when I talk about modal shapes, let's look over here. There's something easy. Say we have our A cage. All right, so your basic A cage is where you have an A-shaped C, let's say, or you have an A cage down here. Matter of fact, you just have to make the real deal A, okay, and bar it like that. Of course, that would be your fret nut right there because I'm down tuned. So this would be where your fret nut is. Here's where my fret nut is because I down tuned. Okay, so this is my F. Okay, so the A cage could be anywhere, along all of the 30 frets in a larger guitar, or 21 frets in a classical guitar or something like that. So we have our A cage. Let's say we're going to do an A-shaped C. Alright, so this is the A cage right here, and we're going to have the A string shape on the bottom, which defines that string shape. So it's 5, 6, and then 7 root 2 is the E string shape, 3, 4, 5 is the C string shape, 6, 7 root is the G string shape, 2, 3, 4 is the D string shape. These are definers now. They're all definers, but the bottom one is like the original definer, and then you can just modulate it from there. Move it around modularly. Modularize it, not modulate. Modulate's a different thing entirely. So I'm sure. So these are our string shapes, okay? And I have a little way to remember them. We'll get to that in a minute. But the best way originally to find out what they're all about, instead of using the acronym, which would start in the C box, which would be, you can do it as Chuck's good dog always eats Chuck. Now the reason why it's not always eats chow or chicken is because we want to start again on the same C so we can keep going. So from the A box here, we would start always eats Chuck's good dog always. See, so it kind of, the sentence is a circular sentence. It flows around like that. So we use that. But originally what you should know is that looking at it in string shapes, so look at these guys as individual string shapes, and they can be modularized, but they'll always stack up the same and they'll always stack down the same. So going up, we have the fifth of A is E, the fifth of E is the C, the fifth of, now remember, the fifth of E is actually a B, but we take it to the C string shape. Okay, and then going down again, the fourth of C is F, but we take it only to the E string shape. It's not unlike the relationship that we have between the strings themselves, but that's opposite. Strings go up in fourth and down in fifth. When we say down in fifths, okay, we go to the from the D string here. All right, then the fifth of D is going to be A to the A string. Say the D string here to the A string. All right, so this D. All right, I'm trying to make it sound like you just have to realize that it goes up. The strings themselves go up in fourths and down in fifths. So we start with the high E. Okay, just letter, no octave. Don't worry about what octave it is. So E goes to B because the fifth of E is B. Okay, and then the fifth of B is F sharp, but we're going to do an augmented fifth there to get to the G string. That's why it has a weird sound. And conversely, the third of G is B, but we're going to call it, we're going to call it a diminished fourth. So G to B is a diminished fourth. B to G is an augmented fifth. That's what I'm talking about. Sorry I got a little confused, but if I start getting into something where, I'm going to kind of, it's going to swamp me, I'm going to get out of that particular digression quickly. So the string shapes, the fifth, the augmented fifth of the E is C, and the diminished fourth of the C is the E string shape as it goes around the circle. So in this particular case, we have the A string shape on the bottom. That's why I've just, highlighted the A here, and we'll go around. Clockwise is in fifth, counterclockwise is in fourth, so fifth of A is E, fifth of the augmented fifth of E is C, fifth of C is G, fifth of G is D. Okay, but there's another way you can look at it, is you can look at it as Chuck's good dog always eats Chuck. Chuck's good dog always eats Chuck. And then going in fourth, you can have Chuck eats all day, good Chuck. Eats all day, good Chuck eats all day, good Chuck eats all day. See? So you don't have to be in the C position to do the sentence. It's a circular sentence either way. So it would be starting from the top here, pentatonically, it would be well, actually we could do it diatonically. It'd be all day all day, let's see, all day, all right, all day, good Chuck eats all, okay, at all. So it makes kind of some funny sentences as you go up the things, up the cages, so into the, my dog's scratching, I cut her nails, so she's, really cool with them, and she's checking them out, see how different they scratch. In the G cage, we got good Chuck, so we got good Chuck eats all day good. Good. So you make little circular sentences like that, and it's a lot easier, but it's more important to understand it. In guitar, it's important to understand things in a number of ways. So another way to look at it is the string shaped fourth of A is D, the string shaped fourth of D is G, the fourth of G is C, the fourth the diminished fourth of C is E, the fourth of E is A. So we going counterclockwise. There are even other ways to look at it you could look at it in intervals too. So you got an interval of whole step here, and then a whole step here, because you go up a perfect fourth here.